Hello, we're going to look at finding the equation of a straight line using a pair of coordinates. So we've got point A, which is negative 12, negative 1, point B, which is 4, 3, and we're going to find the equation of the line that passes through A and B. Right, so we might feel better if we can see the graph, but you actually don't need to. First of all, we're going to find the gradient between A and B, and remember that the gradient is, we'll call it M, as we do, is the change in y over the change in x. So M equals, let's do this one minus this one, change in y 3, take away negative 1, over 4, take away negative 12. I chose those coordinates because I want you to avoid making mistakes with negatives. It's so easy to make mistakes with negatives. Well, 3 take away negative 1 is actually 3 add 1, which is 4. 4 take away negative 12 is 4 add 12, which is 16, which is a quarter. So we've got a gradient of a quarter. So we go and we use our form y equals mx plus c. And I do some substituting. I can say, well, m is a quarter. And I choose one of these to substitute in. Well, I've got one which is negative numbers and one which is positive numbers. So for me, that's a simple decision. I'm going to choose the one with positives. So y is 3 and x is 4. So when x is 4, y is 3. So 3 equals a quarter times 4. A quarter of 4 is 1 plus c. c is 2. So my equation is y equals a quarter x plus 2. There you go. Now here's another common type of question, because I want to look at perpendicular lines. I want to look at midpoints. So find the equation of the line that is a perpendicular bisector of the line AB. So what that means is it's going to be perpendicular to AB and it's going to go through the midpoint. So midpoint of AB. Well, the x coordinate will be, we want to be halfway between negative 12 and 4. So the x coordinate is going to be negative 12, add 4 divided by 2. That's negative 8 over 2, negative 4. So we do have some, we are going to be dealing with negatives here. The y midpoint is going to be, let's have a look, we've got negative 1. Remember, negative 1 plus 3, negative 1 plus 3 over 2, which is 2 over 2, which is 1. So the midpoint of AB is negative 4, 1. Now, we know the gradient of our perpendicular bisector is going to be, of course, negative 4. So I know m equals negative 4. Why does it equal negative 4? Well, it's the negative reciprocal of a quarter. It's a negative reciprocal of a quarter. So let's have a look. Let's check. So the gradient of the line AB was a quarter. Our perpendicular gradient we're saying is negative 4. They multiply, they make negative 1. Perpendicular gradients multiply to make negative 1. So let's put this in. So we're going to use y equals mx plus c. We've got a strange situation here where I'm using negative 4. Happens to be x, but it's also the gradient. So 1 equals negative 4, which is the gradient, times negative 4, which happens to be the x coordinate as well, plus c, 1 equals 16 plus c. So c is going to equal negative 15, because 16 take away 15 is 1. So our equation here will be y equals negative 4 x, y equals negative 4x minus 15. Hopefully that makes some sense. Let's just look back at what we did in the first bit. We've got the two coordinates, we've found the gradient, we've got a coordinate we can use, we use y equals mx plus c, we find c, and we write our equation. It's always clear steps when you've got the two coordinates. We're dealing with a midpoint here, so we find the midpoint halfway between a and b. It's got to go through that to bisect it. We need the perpendicular gradient, and we fall back on our y equals mx plus c method. I hope that's clear. Thank you.